When you think of Beale Street, blues music probably comes to mind. But at one of Beale's intersections, there's a plaza that some people may walk right past. It's dedicated to a woman who used her pen to take on lynching in America. She's one of my favorites in Black history. Her name is Ida B. Wells.
I am here walking in my hometown of Memphis, Tennessee, not too far from Beale Street. Around 10 o'clock in the morning, the party just starts whenever on Beale Street. But I'm really not here for a party. I'm actually here in search of the Ida B. Wells Memorial Plaza, and it looks like I have walked right up on it. Let me tell you why I said I'm in search of it. I've been looking for this for about 5 years now. Let me explain to you. This was actually built back in 2021. I didn't know that we even had an Ida B. Wells Memorial Plaza here. Come to find out, we do. And so when I found out about it, I came down here to search for it, and it was gone. And that was probably last year. Well, they actually renovated the plaza. So they took everything down. They made it new and improved because they said they wanted it to be something worthy of Ida B. Wells. And so now we have this plaza. So I want you to walk along with me just to explore the plaza and look at the enhancements. And I may get to show you some of the other things along Beale Street. This place right here in this area, fantastic when it comes to Black history. So many Black businesses back in the day that flourished in this area. It's still just a beautiful, beautiful part of the city. So come with me, let's explore.
So if you are looking for the plaza, you have to make your way to the eastern end of Beale Street. This is near Church Park and the FedEx Forum. You could see FedEx Forum there in the background. Now, if you squint a little bit, you can see her bronze statue there in the middle of the plaza. And what's so cool about this is that this is a life-size statue. Ida B. was only about 4'10" or 4'11". She was small but mighty. How cute is this? She looks like a little doll standing there. But like I mentioned, this was first unveiled back in 2021, but the city thought that parts of the plaza were not as good as they could be, especially for a woman of this magnitude. So what you're seeing now is the new and improved plaza, which just reopened in July of this year. There are several different educational plaques and other artwork that you can give yourself really a self-guided tour of her life and accomplishments in journalism, civil rights, and the suffrage movement. Now, the plaza also includes new landscaping. You can see some seating areas there in the background, canopies, lighting, which really makes this spot look even more beautiful at night.
You may be wondering how Ida B. Wells is connected to Memphis, Tennessee. It's actually one of the reasons why she is one of my favorite people in Black history. She was a journalist. She basically started her journalism career right here in Memphis. She actually came here in the late 1880s, and it was because both of her parents passed away during the yellow fever epidemic in Holly Springs, Mississippi. And so she came here, she had family here, she came here with some of her younger siblings. And so she ended up staying here in Memphis for a little while. She started out as a teacher at, of course, segregated schools. But then she was greatly disappointed by how her people were being treated here in the city. And so that's what kind of kicked off that journalism career. What really started it, though, was the murder of her friends. She had 3 friends that owned the People's Grocery Store here in Memphis, a Black-owned store. They were lynched, and that fired her up. You have to look up this story. It's a powerful story, but People's Grocery Store was quite the competition to the white grocery stores here in the city. And so, of course, the white owners did not appreciate that, so they went after these 3 Black men. They went after them. The Black men, of course, fought back. The Black men were arrested. And so later on that night, the white mob actually went to the jail, took those men out, and lynched them. That's what kicked off Ida B. Wells' journalism career.
This sculpture is powerful. It's called the Tree of Strange Fruit. This was created by Larry Lugar. Now, if you've never heard the phrase strange fruit, it means black bodies hanging from trees. So this metal tree honors Ida's 3 friends who were falsely accused and lynched in Memphis back in 1892. They were Thomas Moss, Calvin McDowell, and Lee Stewart. Now, this plaque that you're seeing here shows the number of recorded lynchings nationwide between 1889 and 1931. The number is 4,743. And again, these were the lynchings that were recorded. This plaque also gives us a rundown of everything Ida was doing during those years, like publishing various anti-lynching pamphlets and helping to start the NAACP, which stands for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People.
This is a beautiful tribute to her. I forgot to mention, some of you may be wondering, why is her statue here? Actually, she has a couple of statues here in Memphis, but why is the main one, the Memorial Plaza, here? This is actually where her newspaper office was located. When she fully became a journalist, her newspaper office was right here at the opening of Beale Street here in Memphis. So like I told you, this area is just phenomenal when it comes to history, Black history in Memphis.
Her office was actually right inside the historic Beale Street Baptist Church. This is right next to the plaza. This church was built by freed slaves following the Civil War and is one of the oldest Black churches in the South. Ida's office was actually in the basement of this church, and this is where she operated a newspaper called Speech and Headlight. It was later shortened to just Free Speech. She co-owned and edited the newspaper, and it was known to feature articles campaigning against racial injustice and Jim Crow policies. In May of 1892, just a few months after her friends were lynched, she published an editorial challenging the false narratives surrounding the lynching of Black men. Her words so outraged the local white community that some of them got together and then ransacked and burned her office. Now right here, you're looking at an antique printing press. This is similar to the one she used to get the word out back in the day. Now just think though, this woman was only 29 years old at the time. She was not even 5 feet tall, and her words alone shook up this entire city. So I told you I would show you some other Black history sites, and this one is connected to Ida as well. This is Robert Church Park. This sits on the other side of the historic Beale Street Baptist Church. This park was named for Robert Church Sr. He was the South's first Black millionaire. He founded the first Black-owned bank here in Memphis and even created this park for Black people, since we weren't allowed to use the public parks. Now, I'm bringing him up because he and Ida B. were friends. He was actually the primary financial backer for her dangerous early research into lynchings here in the South, so big salute to him. Ida's Memphis connection actually ended abruptly, and it came right after she published that editorial following the People's Grocery lynching. She happened to be out of town when the mob ransacked and burned down her office, but they warned her that if she ever returned to Memphis, she would be killed. So she never came back. But the mob was not bigger than the program. It didn't stop her mission. She relocated to Chicago and continued her investigative reporting and activism, but this time on a national and global scale. Beale Street will always be known for the blues, but now this plaza is a reminder of what courage actually looks like. If you're ever in Memphis, make time for this stop, because you can't tell the city's story without Ida. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe for more stories like hers.